Hello and welcome. Find a comfortable position. Close your eyes and allow your body to begin to relax. Tonight, we journey back in time, not to the world of pharaohs and gods, but to the lives of the ordinary people who achieved the extraordinary. We're going to the banks of the Nile to discover the story of the builders of the Great Pyramids. As you settle in, let go of the day's worries. Breathe in slowly, and as you breathe out, imagine yourself transported to the warm, sun-drenched lands of ancient Egypt. The air is dry and filled with the faint, earthy scent of the river and desert sand. Feel a gentle warmth spreading through your limbs, loosening every muscle, allowing you to sink deeper and deeper into a state of peaceful rest. Let's travel to the Giza Plateau, not as it is today, a world-famous monument, but as it was 4,500 years ago, a bustling, dynamic hub of human endeavor. Forget the old stories of countless slaves toiling under the whip. The reality, which archaeologists have carefully pieced together, is a much more fascinating human story. The pyramid builders were skilled Egyptian workers. They were farmers, bakers, brewers, and artisans who, during the annual flooding of the Nile, when their fields were underwater, came to Giza to work on this national project. It was a matter of civic duty and religious devotion, a way to serve their king, whom they saw as a living god, and to ensure the cosmic order, or mat, was maintained. Picture a sprawling city, built specifically for these workers, located just a short distance from the rising pyramids. This wasn't a temporary camp, but a well-organized town. As you drift, imagine walking through its streets. You see long galleries, which served as dormitories, capable of housing thousands of men. The air hums with the sound of life, the murmur of conversations, the rhythmic clang of a blacksmith's hammer in the distance, the smell of baking bread wafting from communal bakeries. Archaeologists have uncovered evidence of these massive bakeries and breweries. The workers were paid not in coin, but in rations of bread, beer, and meat. This was a well-fed workforce. Imagine the taste of the hearty, dense bread and the thick, nutritious beer that fueled their difficult labor. Te Yahuel, with remains of cattle, sheep, and goat bones found in abundance, suggesting they had a better diet than many people in the surrounding villages. This was not the life of a slave, but of a respected laborer contributing to a monumental task. Let's focus on the rhythm of their day. They would rise before the sun, the cool desert air, a brief respite from the coming heat. After a simple breakfast, they would walk towards the quarry and the construction site. Imagine the site, the pyramid, still under construction, gleaming in the soft light of dawn, its limestone casing blocks reflecting the first rays of sun. It's a project of immense scale, a man-made mountain rising from the flat desert floor. The work was arduous, no doubt. Teams of men worked together, their movements synchronized by chance and the guidance of an overseer. In the quarries, they cut massive blocks of limestone and granite. They used copper chisels and saws, which would wear down quickly and need constant sharpening. They used wooden levers and sheer manpower to maneuver stones weighing several tons. There's a sense of shared purpose, of community in their effort. Each team had its own name, like the Friends of Khufu or the Drunkards of Menkaure, adding a touch of personality and friendly rivalry to the immense project. Medical care was also available. Skeletons found in the workers' cemetery show evidence of healed fractures, amputations, and even brain surgery. These individuals were cared for, their injuries treated by doctors. This level of care reinforces the idea that they were valued members of the project, not disposable labor. They were skilled craftsmen and laborers, and their health and well-being were important. As the sun reached its zenith, the heat would become intense. The workers would break for their midday meal and rest in the shade, rehydrating and gathering their strength. The sound of their conversations would fill the air, sharing stories from their villages, joking with their comrades, their lives intertwining at the foot of this colossal structure. They weren't just building a tomb for a king. They were building a community. Now, as our journey continues and your body grows heavier with sleep, imagine the end of the workday. The sun begins to set, casting long shadows across the desert and painting the sky in brilliant hues of orange, pink, and purple. The workers lay down their tools and make their way back to their city. The hum of activity shifts from the sounds of construction to the sounds of evening life. They would gather for their evening meal, sharing stories and relaxing after a day of hard physical labor. Perhaps they played games like the board game Sanut, or simply sat and watched the stars emerge in the clear desert sky. Above them, the silhouette of the pyramid stood as a constant reminder of their shared purpose, a testament to what they were accomplishing together. When it was time for rest, they would return to their galleries. They slept on simple mats, their bodies tired, but their spirits bound by a common goal. They were part of something historic, something that would outlast them, their children, and generations to come. Their names might be lost to history, but their legacy is etched in stone, visible from space, a wonder of the ancient world. The builders of the pyramids were ordinary people who, through organization, skill, and a powerful shared belief, achieved the impossible. Their city, their tools, their very bones tell a story of a proud and capable workforce, united in building a stairway to the heavens for their king. As you drift now into a deep and peaceful sleep, carry with you this image of community and purpose. Let the gentle, rhythmic sounds of ancient life guide you into your dreams. The steady chipping of stone, the distant murmur of voices, the soft desert wind. All is calm. All is peaceful. You are safe and secure, drifting effortlessly into a restorative sleep. Sleep now. Sleep deeply.